So you see the screen already?
Yep, I see. Love Frankie.
That is the name of the owner.
Right.
There are two people. Like one last name is Love, the other one is Frankie.
It's a real name?
Yes, you can see here the name. So
Oh,
in the
right. Alright, cool. Andrew Love. American?
so okay, so the HR module, if you want to add to some of your database, you can just go here in add-on and then you put the code HR
Okay.
and you click install and then the HR menu will appear here.
Okay.
And then so in HR you can set up the different employees
Right.
like this. So you can keep track like what is their working status
Okay.
when they were hired. Uh, you can put the birth date, the salary, and so on.
Okay.
So this is to list all the different employees. And you can use the module to make leave requests.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go to another one that has some data.
So the employee can make the request themselves.
Yes,
Okay.
so the employee can make leave requests like this. So normally when they log in, it will put the employee automatically
Right.
if they have a user per employee. Then they can select the type of leave, like here.
Right.
So can configure different leave types like annual leave.
Yeah.
And for each type of leave, you can have different period.
But the
And
period
then
can be that's manual, right?
it's configuration. Yeah, the period
Okay,
is
okay.
configured.
Right.
And, and then you in the period you can put the maximum number of days that the employee can take for that period.
Right. Okay.
So here it means annual leave for 2017,
Right.
and the maximum days that they can take is 10.
Okay.
And so when they make a leave, they can put the start date and end date.
Okay.
Then it will calculate the days requested, and then it will show how many days are remaining.
Well, how does it get a decimal point for that? How come it's...
Well, I think they probably request like half a day or something,
Oh, okay, okay. Right.
because here they can put the exact hours and so on.
Ah, okay. Understand.
So the leave request can have different status.
Right.
So draft when the submitted is waiting for approval, and
Yeah.
then after that it can be approved.
Right.
And then inside the employees here, in the leave tab, they can configure who can approve their leave requests.
So this one will be done at a manual level. Sorry, by the managers themselves.
When they add an employee, they can configure what are the type of leaves that they can take
Okay.
here in the leave tab for that employee,
Right.
and who can approve the leave for that employee.
Okay.
So that if one of the approver is in holiday, then another one can approve.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so here in holidays, you can configure the different holidays.
Can you? Is there a way we can download it from, say, Google or something?
Uh, you can download import from a spreadsheet, but
Ah, okay, okay.
it doesn't download automatically from Google or
Right.
anything.
Okay, that's fine.
And here, attendance, it's something to keep track when the employee sign in and sign out.
But they can, but they can sign in at home, no?
Uh, No. So no, they could sign in at home if they want. Yes, why not? But it can also be linked with some machines, like fingerprint machines or something
Right.
like
Okay.
card machine. So the like that, it can automatically record in the sign in, sign out based on the
Machine.
data downloaded from the machine.
So the machine is a default feature that you have, right? The machine configuring.
Yeah, but it depends on the type of machine. So
Right.
if someone uses a different machine, it might take a few hours to update it
Okay.
to make it work for that machine.
Understand.
So that machine has to be connected to the network, to the LAN.
Of course. Okay.
And like this, they can keep track the employee if they are absent or if they are present.
Right.
Or just to track when they come in and come out. Then there is an expense,
Well,
something to record the expenses of the employees.
right.
Um, so with this feature, they can record all their expenses, all the things that they buy,
Okay.
for which they can get refund by the company.
Right.
And so when they make an expense claim, they can also submit it for approval, and then
So I'm assuming the expense claim is linked to the accounting chart of accounts, really, right?
yes. Once it's approved, it's linked to the chart account.
Right.
That's why this is the account. Actually, the accounting firm asked me to to also make it work for the app because
Yeah, I think
because
that
now they still have some customers that send the expenses by paper
right.
to them every month, and so they want the customer to record the expense directly in their database.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
also, and
how's
also by taking pictures with the app, and then like that, their accountant just has to select the account for every item.
right?
So
So
the user enters the dates, the supplier description, the amount,
yep.
and the accountant just select the account, and then like that can post it.
Actually, it's quite common now. I mean, not common, but there's a few players in the market offering that. I think um, Zoho, Wave Accounting. But
Yeah,
these
so,
the yeah
so this weekend I will try it in the app too
yeah.
because I'm sure.
So the benefit of that is that the owner can just take the photo straight away and throw the receipt away.
Yes.
Yes, but the other thing is that lots of businesses complain because receipts fade away after 6 months.
Fade away. What do you mean?
So
Fade
the
away.
ink on the receipt. So let's say you go for a meal and you claim your expense, right? The way to claim your expense is to submit a receipt,
Yes.
right? The
Yeah.
ink on the receipt, the actual ink, fades
Okay.
away.
The ink.
Yeah,
Okay, but if they take picture, it doesn't fade away,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So the
So
next
if
que-
they use paper one, then it fades away. Yeah.
yeah, but the problem is it's gonna affect the storage of the database. Like, uh,
So yeah, it might be more expensive. Like yeah, if they really upload a lot of pictures, it might be more expensive. But
no, but
it,
I think what you can do is you can set the maximum size of the picture.
yeah, can do something to make sure the picture is not too big.
Yeah, because
And
the
also in the pricing thing, maybe you can put a limit per of the size of the database, like 10 gigabyte or 50 gigabyte or something like that.
I would why don't what you can do is also come out with a desktop solution. So for if so you can say that okay, if you're going to use the database above a certain megabyte, then it's cheaper if you create the software for them to download on the desktop. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think people want that so much. I
Right.
think, for example, it's possible to store the data on Amazon S3, and on Amazon S3, the cost is about 10 cents per gigabyte or something like that.
Okay. But
I,
you do know that once you start doing it, the database is gonna jump very quickly, right?
no, because the the uploaded files is stored separately from is not stored in the database. It's
Ah,
stored.
okay. So those are archives, right?
So the database only stores the data. Like if someone upload a picture, the
Right.
data of the picture is not in the database. Is in a separate file system.
Okay, understand.
And okay, the
Yeah, 23, 2 cents per gigabit, that's standard.
so the cost is about 2 cents per gigabyte
Yeah.
for standard storage.
Okay.
Infrequent access is 1 cent.
Yeah, but
But even if they're 50 gigabytes, so the cost is about $1 per month.
yeah.
So
Okay. I'll leave that to you. Well, yeah, it's something to take note, I guess. That's it. If you set the limit, I think it'll be fine. But it's true. A lot of competitors are doing it already. Especially those accounting apps that deals only with accounting softwares. So I guess for us to be competitive, we can offer that. I think it's a good idea.
yes, so this weekend I will have to test it in the app too.
Yeah, let me know if it works.
Yeah, it will work. Yeah, for
Actually,
sure.
I have another question. I spoke to the client because they're not very familiar with Cloudbase, and I told them it's Amazon, and they still worry. So they actually requested for a way for them to download it to their own data to their own
Oh,
hardware.
yeah, sure. Yeah, actually, I was planning to add something
Yeah, because
that they can download a backup
yep, and they
like
can
every day or something like that.
because Malaysians are not familiar with Cloudbase.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
so
can.
so we can leave it for them to do it manually, to do the download themselves.
Oh, what is possible to do is I can just configure some job here that run every day,
Yep.
and then some
So
menu where they can download the backup.
so it runs every day automatically, right?
Every day it generates a file
Nice. Yeah.
that contains all the data of the database, and then they can download that file in some menu.
Yeah, and then they can just store like the last 30 days or something.
Yes. Yeah, I will add something like that.
Yeah, because I two two or three clients have asked me.
Uh, yeah, I put it.
Yeah. I told them it's an extra work, but if they're gonna if they're willing to sign up, I'll do it. It's not too much work, or I can
Yeah,
even charge them
yeah,
if I can even
yeah,
charge them hours.
it's not very difficult.
Yeah,
Take
but
me. Oh,
I think it's really just for them for peace of mind, and I think 6 months later, after they understand what cloud is, they'll stop doing it.
yes, no, I think it's good that they can download their own backup,
Yeah.
so they feel safe. They will not lose all their data.
Right. Okay. Cool. So this. Okay. HR.
And actually, here the expense claim, the accountant asked to move to the accounting menu, so I'll probably move it somewhere in the accounting menu.
Yeah. Oh, I have another suggestion. Could we do a favorite menu? A favorite. Yeah, favorite menu.
Favorite menu. In the
So
menu.
so for example, some people will only look at certain things. It doesn't have to be a menu. It could be a sub menu. I mean, it's just an idea whereby let's say the
Yeah,
10 things that you look at on a regular basis.
yeah, the most used one. Yeah.
So it's just a favorite, just like your websites.
Yeah, can be. Yeah, like bookmark or
Yeah, like
something.
a bookmark. Yeah.
Yeah, can. Yeah, it's possible.
I mean, it's not urgent, but I think
Yeah,
people will start us. I mean, I yeah, I had a thought because I struggled initially. There's so
yeah,
many
can be a
things.
good idea. Yeah.
Also, I think we can remember a long time ago we talked about doing a business module, something that I could co-create with you.
What making what the
Bus
dashboard, the main
Yeah,
dashboard?
yeah, yeah.
Ah, yes, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I remember.
Actually, the reason why is I'm saying because someone actually asked me the same thing. Because I told him, yeah, you have a dashboard for every single module, and he's like, oh, but that means you have to open one at a time. And
I think it would be good to have a main dashboard.
yeah, where you can
Uh,
plug and play. So,
uh,
um, I mean, not urgent yet, but I think things are slowly moving. So I think we can start planning a little bit.
uh,
If we can do it like Google Analytics and we can drag and drop, that would be
yes,
really
yes,
good.
yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do.
yeah. But
And
do your thing first. So next week I'm going to be really busy with a few things because I'm leaving next Sunday.
okay.
Yeah. Um, I will. The client is interested to meet you because I'm away. I think
Okay.
I'll update you again. It really depends how far we can, when it's going to happen, and how fast you can move. If the client, so the client told me that they're going to send me the existing processes by Monday. I will try to configure a dummy account for them using their data. Um,
Yeah, I can see them if they want.
yeah, yeah. Then you can also answer the more specific questions because
Yes.
I met the boss. He's okay, but he did tell me honestly that the bulk of the work will be done by his team. So the team will be the one bringing up the questions.
So which company is that? The
Concrete, Speed Concrete.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice guy, very nice guy. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, so let's see how he has two. Yeah, he even gave me all his brochures. I'm like, wow, that's too much information.
All is one.
His company brochure.
Brochure. Yeah. Okay.
He gave me 2 stacks. I'm like, too
In
much.
case you want to buy concrete.
Just in case. It's not the average concrete. It's for highways.
Uh,
Okay. All right. Coming back, HR. Okay. So payroll. Yeah.
yes,
Let's continue.
there is the payroll feature. So in the payroll, you can create pay slips for all the employees every month.
Okay. What's a pay run?
So pay run is just the list of pay slips for 1 month.
It's just a report, right?
Also, every month you make pay run, the pay run
Okay.
is lacking zero is the same name.
Can
So
you?
it says the pay run from this day to that day,
Right.
and then you can generate all the pay
All at the same time.
slips for that month inside this pay run,
Okay. So
and then
it's similar to the sales one where you can just automatically make it run on the first day of every month, right?
oh yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
But here the user just click it every month manually.
Okay, understand.
Because I think they also check the amount, and
Okay, right,
so then for every employee it creates a pay slip like this.
right.
Uh,
How do
and then-
you add the income tax, the social funds, and
uh,
the pension?
so, so all the items in the pay slips are created automatically,
Okay,
like for salary, for social security, personal income tax.
okay,
And for that to calculate the personal income tax, so it's different for every country.
yep.
So
So I have to do my own here for Malaysia.
so in Thailand, the way it works is that for every tax year, you can configure. They have some table like this
Right.
of the tax amount depending on the salary, the yearly salary.
Okay. How do I get here? This is under tax year.
Settings, and then tax year.
Okay, okay,
So here, so it's cumulative. So let's say if your salary is
understand.
500,000, then it use 5% for the first 300,000 and then 10% for the next 200,000.
Okay, it's the same in Malaysia. That's fine. Yeah. Pension? How do you?
And then another thing is that so this is the same table for every employee,
Yep.
but then there is also another thing. Where is it again? So then there is also tax profiles like that for every employee.
So what does it do?
So here is all the information that is needed to calculate the personal income tax.
Okay. Okay.
Because to calculate personal income tax, so you need to know the yearly income.
Right.
Then there are different deductions that can be done. Like if the person has some children or made some donations, or so here all the codes like A8, A15, it correspond to the personal income tax form of Thailand.
So I need to
Where
configure that for Malaysia then.
so for Malaysia, all this form would be different.
Right. So okay, I will.
So all this is used to calculate the personal income tax for each employee.
Okay. Okay.
So for the pay slip, so it can create for the payroll, it can create the pay slip like this every month.
It's like an invoice then.
Yeah, and then there are different reports. Like for example, you can select here the pay slips. You can print.
You can print all at one go.
Not. Yeah, you can select more than one.
Oh, okay. So do they have a sequence for this one? Do they do a sequence for the payslip?
No, normally they print only the one of the same month, but like this, they have pay slip like this for every employee.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it include all the detail of their pay slip. Okay, and then there are also many Thai reports. For example, in Thailand, every month they need to submit the report for the personal income tax that they deduct from the salary.
Oh, every month.
Yeah, every month.
Wow.
So they have monthly and yearly reports. So this is the monthly one. This is the yearly one.
Okay.
So this is the attachment.
Right.
So it shows the tax number of every employee.
Right.
Then the amount of personal withholding tax that was deducted from the salary.
Okay.
So this is the attachment. The attachment pages. Then you also have a cover page like this
You have a cover page. Wow.
with the total. So the cover page, it shows the total.
Okay. So we'll.
Total salary paid and then the total tax deducted.
I'll need something from Malaysia then. That's fine. Okay.
And then this is similar, but for Social Security and Provident Fund. So the monthly reports.
Yeah.
And then they also have yearly reports. Yeah. So yearly tax reports.
So I have to change all of that for my data for Malaysia then.
All these reports here is a Thai report.
Okay.
So
But why don't you just put them inside the page instead of having it as a menu? Or was it a request by the client?
Put them where?
Just put them everything in the same page. It's like you know when you do your report templates.
No, in the same. No, it's separate reports. Like they have to submit separately.
Okay. Right.
They don't submit at the same time, or even it's submit to different departments.
Okay.
Like for example, this one and this one, I don't think they submit to the same.
Right. Understand. Okay, that's fine. I will give you the template. I'll give you the reports from Malaysia.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's all. No? So here in the settings, you can configure the different type of leaves
Right.
like this, like annual leave, sick leave,
Okay.
and then this is the periods for every type of leave.
Wow.
You can configure the different periods.
They've got a lot of tabs.
For example, here 2013 is 20 days.
Right.
So for every type of leave, you can configure leave periods
Okay.
with a maximum number of days, and the employee can take leave
Okay.
for that type of leave.
And you will then have to set the hierarchy for the managers to approve, right? How do you set that?
Uh, so here to approve the leave, currently you just in the employee you configure which person can approve the leave for that employee. That's
Understand.
all.
Okay. Yeah.
So for example, this guy, these two person can approve his leave request.
Understand. Okay. This is under employee.
Yeah. So the expense here this weekend, even this evening or this weekend, I will have to move to the accounting menu. Then I will have to test that it works in the mobile app too.
Okay. I mean, it's up to well, it's really up to the client, right? To me, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but
No,
okay.
but this is where the bookmark idea would make sense.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, the bookmarking,
Yeah.
some simple way for the users to make their custom menu.
Yeah, and they can configure it themselves. Like some people who will use HR more than accounting.
Yeah, actually, it's quite simple to do. I
Yeah, I
think.
mean, because you have to move it anyway. I mean, it's up to you. It's just a suggestion.
The bookmarks. Yeah, I can add something there.
In Store Hub. Do you remember Store Hub?
Yes, the point of sale.
Yeah, the point
I
of sale.
think.
They have the bookmark on the left hand side of the screen.
On the left here.
Yeah, yeah. So if you go to SmartBee, if you go to my website,
Uh,
yeah, you go to the left, the two green box, left. Yeah,
what? Yeah, this thing.
yeah. So these can be. I mean, in the Store Hub, what they do is they have they have they have menus on the left of the page and the top of the page.
Yeah, maybe you can show me a screenshot or something.
I'll show you after this. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can send to me. But I think one nice thing with the menu on the top is that there is more space for the other stuff.
Oh yeah. So, but what happens with their menu is that it you can hide it when you don't need it. So it's like the drop down, right? If you hover on it, then it comes out. If you don't hover, then it goes in.
So it goes over the screen, or
No, it's just it's just a small section. It's not.
because if there is menu on the left here, then all there is less space for all
No,
the
but
font.
it's a bit like SmartBee. It doesn't go that far. Like if you go back to SmartBee page, yeah, if you hover on the, that's it. It doesn't go as far as that.
Yeah, you can send me a screenshot.
Yeah.
So that could be something here.
So if you look at Google, I think a lot of people are following the trend of what Google is doing.
So there is some bookmark thing like that too.
Not the bookmark. The bookmark was something I came out. Is just the way they manage the menu. They're going left and right, top and bottom. Actually, I can share you my screen. Do you want me to share you?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.